I'm not planning on winning this contest. I'm just sharing my story. And it's Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and I'm so thankful for everything that I went through in my life. I'm so thankful for every barrier, for every challenge, for every setback, because it made me the person who I am today, and I wouldn't change me for anyone else. I'm a former medical student from the Dominican Republic. I did 4 years of medical school. Before graduation, I had to come to the United States because we come to the United States because we're looking for opportunity, we're looking for meaning, we're looking for something that can be planned for long term. I wanted a stability. I'm part of the LGBTQ community. I consider myself a man. I'm homosexual, and being that in another country where the rights are so retrograde, it's a terrible thing because you get yelled at, you get bullied, people shame you for being who you are, no other reason, and society excludes you. And there's a lot of substance abuse in the LGBTQ community because society puts barriers and excludes people and keep them in little bubbles, and that's really, really tough. And I had to overcome all that. Even here in the United States, I'm not free of discrimination. Sorry about that. I was beating an orange with my teeth, which I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for everything. Every single setback that I have had. When coming to the United States, I basically had a toilet in front of me. Here, this is what you're going to do to clean toilets in a senior long-term care facility. And I did it because, that's what I came here for. Not specifically cleaning toilets, but I came here to grow. I came here to have long-term vision. And I came here to reach my dreams and go back to school. I went back to school, got my bachelor's degree 1 year. Then I remember I was sending my assignments from the senior care facility. I was sending all my assignments through my phone. And back then it was the browser was so limited, and it was so limited. I tried my best, and I graduated with a 3.9 GPA. The 3.9 was because of a written assignment that, an English written assignment that, English as a second language. I did my best. Now, I got accepted to physician assistant school. At the program, I had a GPA of 3.2, so 3.4. It's a very, very, very tough program. I finished all my textbook year. It was about 1.5 year for textbook knowledge. And then I go to clinical education, in which I am in my clinical rotation. I'm basically a clinician, and I am following the steps of a clinician. For example, another physician assistant. I was not a physician assistant yet. I was doing my clinical hours. Now, when I was there, I faced discrimination for having an accent and for asking the other person to give some clarifications on what they said, because they had a very, very tough Northern England accent that I did not understand very well. This person was from Glasgow, Scotland. I have a lot of respect for all society, cultures, and diversity, but I never thought I was going to get discriminated against and marked as a terrible student in my evaluation. That was very depressing. I'm someone who lives with bipolar disorder, ADHD, generalized depression and anxiety, and adjustment disorder. And seeing my record in such a terrible way, portraying an image of me that is not me, and reporting that to my school, that was very, very hurtful. And that's when my depression peaked. And at that point, I was questioning so many things. I went to school from 4 years old to whenever and I'm 30 years old now, and I'm still not graduating. And every single time that I step in a field in which there's a bunch of people that don't look like me, who do not represent where I come from, my background, my identity, then I get discriminated against, and they say things about me who I am not. And I know that they're discriminating against me because they are saying things about me that I am not. So I know that I'm not that person who they're selling for free, basically. So I've been kicked out of PA school. I attempted nursing school. I wanted to provide long-term housing for myself and for my ex, who happened to have a disability, or has a disability. He's still alive now. When I buy the house, he leaves me. My house goes up in value, but I don't have access to the equity because he's holding down his name on my home title. He's also on the title because we bought the house with his financial information, my financial information, with my savings. He did not put a single penny. But he comes one day around the house and he tells me that he's entitled and that he has rights, even though he didn't put a single penny, and even though he's not making monthly payments or he's not paying for anything at all. I am an attorney, and during that time I was struggling in school. I went to nursing school, by the way. I got accepted to nursing school after the setback of PA school, and I finally am on track. I have my clothes here in my car for me to changing into after work, and I am excited about this clinical. I'm about to start my med surgical clinical rotation in nursing school, and I was going to do that in Valhalla Medical Center in Westchester County, New York. Westchester Medical Center in Westchester County, New York. Now, I get an email because my classmates were concerned about me. I get told to stay home. Why they're concerned about me? Oh, because they're concerned about you. They're concerned about your mental health. Okay, I went through what I went through with my ex. Now, the school tells me to stay home. There's something fishy about it. And then they list violations. Refusal for showing my ID. Jesus Christ, when did I refuse to show my ID to any school official? I'm here. Look, I'm driving around with this, and I keep it here. And when I am asked by any school official to show the institutional ID, I show the institutional ID. Now, if my institutional ID is not available or it's missing, of course I'm making attempts to replace it, and I replaced it right away. But they had to list a violation because they couldn't find anything else on me saying that I did not show a valid ID. This is my driver's license from New Jersey. Now, they have to find dirt on me somehow to kick me out of the school. My persistence via email was marked as a violation for disrupting their business operations. Now, what does that have to do with them reading an email in their own time? I am sending an email asking, hey, I have what you're asking for from the doctor, says I can go back to school. May I please register for the next semester? All right, they register me, and then all of a sudden, boom, my semester gets dropped due to my persistence via email for asking too much, for telling too much. And I guess they felt pressure that they had to answer right away. And they were not pressured by anyone other than just a student asking for their invested value in their education. I'm $200,000 in student debt. Yeah, that's a lot of money. I still keep my minimum wage job. Have had it for 6 years. I'm making a big investment in myself. I am going to Arizona in January for a real estate training to get into the assisted living, residential assisted living, 3 days fast track training for me to learn how to own, how to operate, and how to administer a senior living facility, which is what I have been doing ever since I had a toilet in front of me. Well, that toilet was yelling at me with mouth wide open, telling me this is what you're gonna do and this is what you're gonna live off. And you know what? I'm excited about it. I have $200,000 in student loan debt. 1% of that $200,000 debt is basically what this course is worth, and I'm paying for it. I got my JetBlue credit card somewhere in my car, and I'm going to pay for that. And yeah, that's my story. It's a story of strength, determination, and yeah, that's my story. I don't have anything else to say, really. I am proud of myself, and I'm thankful for health. I'm thankful for life. I'm thankful for the setbacks. I don't care what anyone thinks about me, honestly. It's me versus me, and that's all I have to say. I hope you had a beautiful Thanksgiving filled with joy. I ate Thanksgiving about a month ago with my friend. That was my opportunity to sit in a table and have a Thanksgiving dinner. And I took that opportunity because life happens and you just can't sit on Thanksgiving and on the 24th or the 23rd or whenever Thanksgiving is. Yesterday was the 28th. All right. Take care, everyone. And thank you so much for listening.